So here we go. We're going to do some predictions. I don't really know too much about what's going on. It's a fresh new season, so we don't know who's going to be good and who's not going to be good, or what players from non-league that have joined teams are going to stand out, or even players that have dropped down from Premier League youth teams and joined these clubs. We don't know. But we're going to guess anyway. So Accrington, Gillingham, I'm going to go 1-1 on that one.
I think 2-1 Accrington Stanley.
2-1 Accrington Stanley for Tom, 1-1 for me on that one. So Barnet against Fleetwood, newly promoted Barnet against Fleetwood. Barnet obviously played one game already in competition, finished 2-2. They scored two really late goals against Newport County. It was a fascinating match because you'd have thought grabbing two goals in added time, the last 2 minutes of added time, to make it a 2-2 draw, and then go to penalties, you'd have thought that it would have been Newport's heads would have gone down, but Newport won the penalty shootout and got through what is, I believe, the League Cup preliminary round that they have now. So apart from that, I thought Barnet were quite a decent side against Newport County. They certainly like to keep possession of the ball. As for Fleetwood, I know that they didn't have the best of seasons last year. I think Barnet's going to win this one 1-0.
3-1 to Fleetwood.
3-1 to Fleetwood? We don't know. It's the start of the season. So, on to Bristol Rovers against Harrogate. I think Bristol Rovers will be quite strong. Harrogate obviously hold their own in this league for several seasons. We've never played them before, so it'll be a first for Shrewsbury Town going to Harrogate, as it is tomorrow's game against Bromley, but more about that later. Bristol Rovers, Harrogate. I think Bristol Rovers will probably win this one quite comfortably. 2-0, I'm going to say. And
3-1.
3-1 to Bristol Rovers, yeah. So we both have Bristol Rovers on that one. Cambridge versus Cheltenham. I think Cambridge might be quite strong this year, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Cambridge on that one.
A 1-0 win to Cambridge.
A 1-0 win to Cambridge. Chesterfield versus Barrow. I think Chesterfield written down all day long for this one. I think it's going to be 2-0 to Chesterfield against Barrow.
3-2 to Chesterfield.
That's a better game than the one well, it's not a bad shape, because strange games do happen at the start of the season, don't they? So Dom's gone 3-2 for Chesterfield. I've gone 2-0 to Chesterfield. On to Colchester versus Tranmere. Now, it's a long way from Tranmere to Colchester. Trust me on that one. It's a long haul, and you don't really want to be doing it first game of the season. But it's good to get it out of the way, and it's on a Saturday. I'm got a sneaky suspicion that that's going to be a boring 0-0 draw. I don't know why. I just think it will be.
1-0 to Tranmere.
An away win for Tranmere Rovers at Chesterfield. For Tranmere Rovers at Colchester. So, a 1-0 win for Thomas. Away win, that is. Tranmere at Colchester. I've gone for the boring 0-0. So, next one. Grimsby versus Crawley. So, ping, next one. Grimsby versus Crawley. Now, I think it's going to be, it's not the nicest of places to go to, is Grimsby. It can be quite hostile too. And very old school ground. It's a very characteristic ground. And it's a long way to go from Crawley to Grimsby as well. And I think Grimsby are going to win this one 3-1.
2-1 to Crawley.
He's going 2-1 to Crawley. Are you nuts?
No.
No, we don't know, do we? We just don't know. Maybe we can make better predictions as the season goes along. Next one, MK Dons versus Oldham. I've got draw on this one all day long. I'm going to go for it. Quite a high scoring game. A 2-2 draw. 4 goals. Plenty of action. End-to-end stuff. One of them.
A 4-2 win to MK Dons.
A 4-2 win to MK Dons, says Thomas. Right. Newport versus Notts County. I see an away win in this one. I think it's going to be a close, tight game. Newport were quite stubborn and strong and 2-0 up as well at Barnet back on Tuesday night, and they didn't look too bad. So I think they might lose this one by the odd goal. I'm going to go Newport 1, Notts County 2.
2-1, but the other way.
2-1 the other way. So he's saying the opposite. I have to whack him on the head with the microphone, don't I? We don't know. We just don't know what it's going to be. Salford versus Crewe. It's not far from Crewe to Salford, so don't think it's quite a derby, or is it? Cheshire. Yeah, maybe. Well, no, it's not a derby, but it's quite local. Anyway, Salford versus Crewe. I think this one's going to be a 2-1 win to Salford on that.
A 3-1 win to Salford.
A 3-1 win for Salford. Right. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, only me and him. Shrewsbury versus Bromley. Now, Bromley did pretty well last year, I think. But they haven't signed as many players as you would expect them to do, or the turnaround hasn't been as big. Now, I've predicted Shrewsbury versus Bromley. I think it's going to be a tough game for the town. But I believe the town can win this one and get off to a great start. So, a little bit of bias, but hey-ho, that's what I'm here for, aren't I? Salop Fan TV, innit? Shrewsbury 1, Bromley 0. And I think Callum Stewart is going to get the goal.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. 5-3 to Shrewsbury.
5-3 to Shrewsbury. That sounds wonderful. 5-3 to Shrewsbury. Well, we'll see. As long as the town win, we're happy. If they draw. It's the start of the season, isn't it? So yeah, Shrewsbury 1, Bromley 0 for me. Tom's gone for 5-3. Last one on the list, Walsall versus Swindon. So, that lad that Swindon signed, could he be a bargain? Will he start firing in League Two? I can't figure his name now. Jake Taylor, I think it is. We'll find out. Anyway, so Walsall versus Swindon. I think that's got opening day jitters for both. It's like one of those games where it could mean a lot very early on. So I'm going to go for Walsall 1, Swindon 1, a 1-1 draw.
I think it'll be 3-1 to Swindon.
So there you have it. We've done our bit. I'm not sure you'll all be entertained by it all, but it's something that we've been meaning to do for a while. Predictions, maybe get a guest or two on in the future. I don't know. Anyway, that's our League Two roundup of what we think and predict might happen tomorrow. It's week 1, match day 1. And that's our conclusion for match day 1 in the 2025-26 EFL League Two season. Salop Fan TV checking out.